Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, and that includes you. Tonight, I want to take a moment. I've had some notes prepared, and I want to talk to you about turning America into a diamond. Love can find a way. You know, it has been said that America is one of the greatest nations that have ever existed. My question to you is, why don't we just make it so? To all American citizens, why don't we change America and turn it into a gem, turn it into a diamond? Now, here's a secret. I want to share some stuff with you, ladies and gentlemen, so please bear with me. Pain and suffering. Wherever this appears on the face of anyone, it reflects the absence of God, stolen by a system that says it's okay. In government, if Republicans can do it, so can Democrats. If Democrats, so can Republicans. Government works for whites and blacks, or government should not work for anyone. There must be a way to wake people to the reality that all people want to be satisfied, and all people should be satisfied. Whatever works for one but against the other is unacceptable and considered unrighteous. Does conservatives' agenda bring satisfaction to the liberals? Of course not. Does liberal agenda brings satisfaction to the conservatives? Of course not. So then both are unacceptable. Compromise, my friend, is no solution. It is laziness. As violence is nothing but low down, dirty evil. Yet, love will find a way. Again, my friends, I ask you, does American economic and social system offer satisfaction to all of its citizens? Of course not. Then I also ask you, does the Russian system offer satisfaction to all of its citizens? And I'm sure you would agree, of course not. So then I ask you again, and what's the difference? Both of them, in consideration of what is the most and what's proper, they both fail. Neither is acceptable or shouldn't be acceptable. However, each are acceptable. I say all of these things go on. People point fingers, and usually they are doing some of the things that they're pointing their fingers at. You know, there are times when people might be legitimately clean on one side, and on another side, they're as filthy as they can possibly be. And yet, on that clean side, there's nothing that's identifiable on another. And it allows them to think that they're better than another. Truth says you aren't. And when it comes down to some of the things that we give credence as being most precious and require our utmost attention, we require to a higher power. Some people think that God is evil, that God is mean, and that God can be called down to punish their enemies. I'm sure you've heard people say this before, calling angels down from such and such place to do such and such work. But I know of a different God, a God that loves everybody. Yes, I know of a God that loves gays, not trying to kill them, loves faggots, not trying to kill them, loves whores, not trying to kill them, loves dope dealers, not trying to kill them. And he loves them just as he loved angels. Yes, my friend. In fact, God loves them so much that a begotten son was sacrificed. Also, men like Gandhi were sacrificed. Men like Malcolm X were sacrificed. Men like Dr. Martin Luther King sacrificed. Men like Medgar Evers, James Chaney sacrificed. Men like Michael Schwerner sacrificed. Men like Andrew Goodman sacrificed. Women like Viola Luizella. I might pronounce that wrong, but it's Liuzzo. That's how her name is spelled. Ladies and gentlemen, and millions of others that have been sacrificed. They were sacrificed, my friends. A change they accepted as a sign for love. My. People that are a disgust to others, they were not created by God. They are the products of society. They're the product of people, the community. They are the product of that which is disconnected from God. Those who attacked America on January 6th. God didn't create that. That was America. This is, my friend, a message that I would say, and it's just an opinion. In my opinion, when some speak, they sound as if they're at the bottom of hell. Ugly, evil, filth comes out of their mouths. It's as if they have nothing decent about themselves. They appear to have a demonic spirit. In my opinion, there's a man in America that exhibits every bit of that, who should not be out there doing it, because he's violated rules that says if you do so, you will not have that kind of freedom. And yet, that freedom is extended to this one. And why? That's a question that perhaps none of us can answer. We can have an opinion, but we can't answer. And yet, it's right there before our face, witnessing it every day. So I find it a wonderful thing when I come before you, in spite of all the things that's going on, in spite of all the hate that's being exhibited, in spite of all the things that's been done to crush people, to strain people, to stress people out, to just drive them to want to fight, to get a gun and to kill, all that going on. I can stand before you and say, let us change America in a positive way. Let us turn America into a diamond. You know, sometimes when you go to some of these stores like Sam's Club, maybe Walmart or something, you go to buy a jewelry case. And man, all this jewelry out there, it might not be worth anything. You don't know, but it's pretty. You think it's pretty. You just pass by that case, you say, oh, look at all this. And just think about when it's free to you, when you can have it, when it's accessible to you. You know, right now you walk by there and look. Not too many people going saying, I want to buy that. But when you can get that, when life is made beautiful to you, when someone can say to you, you know, everybody in America has a job. They got a career. And every person that has the career loves exactly what they're doing. It gives them their greatest joy. Some of them are teachers, they're engineers, they're ditch diggers, they're entertainers, they're sport athletes, they're just preachers. Everybody's having a wonderful time. They're not fussing with one another, they're just doing their due. They'll appreciate one another, they give to one another, they have access to everything they need. Food, clothing, shelter, they suffer for nothing. Because they create everything that they have. They do it in such an abundance because they use the resources that's been given to them by God. And because they themselves use these things that's made that they have determined are essential and important, and have joy creating this and can do it in such an abundance that no one will have to be without anything. And they don't have to use money. They don't have to go in debt. They don't have to be pay taxes and fees and stuff like this, because what they're doing is everything that needs to be done. And they're getting a stone blast. They live in peace. They're prosperous. They're free. They're joyous. They're happy. And their dreams, they're living them now, my friends. Hey, what's better than that? I mean, what God would be against that? A God that says, bring somebody and you're going to beat somebody. No, you're not going to beat anybody. You're going to be fair. You're going to treat people like you want to be treated. You're going to stand up and make sure that people treat you right. You're not going to bend and bow to nothing that's against the spirit of truth. I'm talking real stuff tonight, and I hope you know that love can find a way. Thank you.